The following segments are pre-recorded and sponsored by Longworth Productions.
A community concert on Triad Today. Hello everyone, I'm Jim Longworth and welcome to another edition of Triad Today, coming to you once again from the beautiful Cedar Botanical Garden in Kernersville. We'll tell you more about the garden later on, and later on is when the roundtable shows up. We'll get into all sorts of controversial topics, so stay tuned for that. Much in store for you throughout the half hour, but where we want to start is talking about a major grant that was awarded to my alma mater, although they don't claim me, UNCG. We're going to find out from two special guests what it's all about. On my right, Dr. Maura Hine is Associate Dean, College Arts and Sciences at UNCG. Dr. Megan Walters, Director of the Career and Professional Development Office. Welcome, ladies. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Maura, I'm going to start with you. Now, tell me about this grant you received. How much is it? What will it facilitate?
So we found out this spring that we were awarded $5 million from the Mellon Foundation to develop a paid internship program in the humanities called Humanities at Work. It's amazing. We're all incredibly excited. I think UNCG is a perfect match for this type of program because we have a really vibrant humanities program. And I'm going to try to name the departments, but if I forget, Megan's going to help me. So English, history, classical studies, religious studies, philosophy, languages, literatures, and cultures, women's gender and sexuality studies, African American and African diaspora studies, and international and global studies.
And the grant will cover internships for any of those, right? Any of those fields?
Any of those fields. Any of the students in those departments will be eligible to apply for an internship.
Megan, why is it so important for young people or people of any age who are going to UNCG to have that kind of internship to help them later on?
Absolutely. There are so many reasons why it's important. One is our students have incredible skills, and an internship gives them the opportunity to realize what they know, to learn how to talk about the skills that they have. It's an incredible experience. But I will also say that it helps students break down barriers to success in their careers. Students who complete a paid internship are on average paid about $20,000 more in their first salary offer than those who are doing unpaid internships.
Now, are these just not, sorry, I hit the table with something. Let's just keep hitting that. It'll sound like a chime. Now, are these internships are they regular businesses or nonprofit groups or what?
They're nonprofit organizations, which there are many of in our community.
How long will how many years would this go for?
It's a 5-year grant.
Now, are the nonprofits more excited about this? What kind of feedback are you getting?
They are extremely excited. Yeah, so we've been working with Mary Herbenick of the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium, and she has been working with us to develop the parameters so that we have realistic expectations. But we already have 3 community partners with whom we'll be working in fall of 2025 with our in spring of 2025 with our first cohort. So the Weatherspoon Art Museum on UNCG's campus, the Greensboro History Museum, and then a health and healing ministry in Eastern Greensboro called Abundant Life Ministries.
That's just great. Now, I want you to brag on yourself for just a second before we lose time here. I think I saw an email from you or Kimberly or somebody that UNCG was only maybe one of 5 schools that got this Mellon grant. Why is that?
We're one of 5, yes, and it will put UNCG on the map for transforming the lives of our students. And I think I've been at UNCG for 20 years. I don't know how long Megan has been there, but it's a special place. The people, the faculty and staff love it. Our students are special, Jim.
Well, thank you. She's just trying to compliment me. She's too young to know because I graduated during the Civil War. So but thank you.
But really, our students are special. You can sense it as soon as you walk onto campus. First gen, majority minority population. They recognize the value of what they're getting. And this type of program will transform their careers. And
puts them in the real world with a leg up, and I like that. Megan, I'm going to put something up on screen here, too, about more information about Humanities at Work. Folks can go to cas.uncg.edu/HAW for more information. Ladies, I thank you so much for what you're doing with the kids and representing UNCG. Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
Go Spartans.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.
The world's brightest are Fulbrights, Goldwaters, McNairs, and Spartans. Prestigious doesn't have to be expensive. UNCG. Find your way here.
Back now on Triad Today, and I love to talk about people and organizations that work with kids and make a difference in their lives, and that's exactly what we're going to do with this particular segment. And my good friend on my immediate right, Natasha Hilburn, she's Executive Director of Ricky Prohl's Power of Play Foundation. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Let's remind folks maybe who just moved into the area or they don't know, Prolific Park, which is sort of the base point for all these things we're going to talk about. Anybody of any age can go over there and work out. But tell me what kind of things you offer at Prolific Park.
So we offer pickleball, as you can see, I brought the t-shirt today.
Right.
We have the Athletic Fitness Center. We have sports camps for children. We have after-school care, summer care for children. We also we have baseball, we have soccer, we have 70 yards of indoor turf. Again, like you mentioned, the Athletic Fitness Center. So we offer a little bit of everything for everybody in all ages.
And especially, kids who, don't have things to do after school or whatever. And that was sort of one of the impetus that Ricky and Kelly had of helping kids. So let's talk about the Power Play Foundation and what its mission is and what you're all about.
So they decided to put this foundation together for the most part of children through the ages of, I would say, 5 years old, 13 years old, middle school ages. Their main mission was to keep those kids off the streets, get them in a loving, safe environment so that they would have after-school care. They would have, again, summer care so that these kids are not out on the streets. They're not getting in with gangs. They are mentored if they want to join sports camps and the after school, like I mentioned, care. The main mission was to offer those children financial assistance. So every dollar that we bring into the foundation goes directly to that financial assistance for those children.
And of course, since you mentioned finances, it's important that people sort of get behind this foundation. And I know you rely on donations.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. To do that, you have special events from time to time, and there's one coming up pretty soon, so let's talk about that.
Yes, sir. It's our Blue Jeans and Bourbon event along with our golf tournament. So Thursday, May 30th at Prolific Park out on the turf, we are going to have a huge party, so to speak. It's going to be a live silent auction. We are going to have it catered by Sweet Old Bill's, IH Cafe, Old Nick Whiskey, Pepsi, Tito's Handmade Vodka are all kind of pitching in and helping us out with that event. Ricky's son, Blake Prohl, which was on American Idol.
That's right.
Is going to be joining us in singing. And then his good friend, Jordan Anthony, who was also on American Idol.
I bet Ricky's son will sing for free because, Dad's not going to give him an allowance to sing for the event.
I certainly hope so. We're trying to raise money, not spend money, let me tell you. And then we also have Brian Sanders, who is a well-known magician in the area off of around Newbern, North Carolina. Right. He's going to come and entertain us as well. So it's going to be a ton of fun. I
love magicians. My wife will be there. Will he make her disappear? I don't know what that means.
That's on you.
All right. Sorry, Pam's sitting over there. You can't see her right now. Now, are tickets still available for this? And because you mentioned the dinner and the auction, and then you also mentioned the golf. So I'm wondering two things. Are tickets still available for the dinner part and the auction, and can Foursome still sign up for the golf?
Oh, absolutely. We have individual tickets for Blue Jeans and Bourbon. There are table sponsorships still available for Blue Jeans and Bourbon, as well as team sponsorships. So they can reach out to me at foundation@prolificpark.com or reach me, just call Prolific Park and ask for me, and we can take care of that and get everybody signed up.
Well, since you're bringing that up, let me go back over what we talked about with the event and try to put some of this up on screen. Howard plays Blue Jean and Bourbon dinner at Prolific Park Thursday, May 30th. The next day, on Friday, May 31st, is the Charity Golf Classic at Grandover, right? At Grandover.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And again, as Natasha mentioned, you can go to prolificpark.com, the website, check that out, or you can call 665-5233. And I guess before time gets away, I was just going to ask you, I think I know the answer to this, but when I buy my ticket or when I sign up for golf or whatever, the proceeds are going where?
Directly to the foundation and all of those scholarships for the children.
All right. Natasha, thanks for everything you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. Be sure to get your tickets and play golf if you can. I can't, but you can go to the dinner. We'll be right back after this. Hi, I'm Jim Longworth, reminding you that Triad Today is now streaming on WFMY Plus, available free on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Back now on Triad Today, and let's talk about spring cleaning. Now, I know a little bit about that, but we have an expert in here that's going to tell us why we're talking about it. My good friend Sarah Butner is Communications Manager for Goodwill Industries of Northwest North Carolina. Good to see you again.
Me too.
Now, this is the season for spring cleaning, and that can sort of be intimidating for some of us. You know, we've got so much stuff. And so what's the best way to get started?
Yeah, it can be very overwhelming when you think about having to clean out an entire garage or even a closet. So the best way is just to start small and not try to think of it as taking on everything at one time. Even cleaning out one cabinet or one drawer can really make a big difference. And I think you'll find that once you start, it will be easier to keep going. So,
Yeah, you sort of get stressed out at the beginning because there's so much stuff. You know?
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
and it's good to divide and conquer. You know, it's easier to start by just kind of sorting things. Don't try to throw anything away yet. Just sort things into things you need to keep and things that you can probably get rid of or throw away.
Well, we're going to tell everybody in just a minute why this conversation is so important to the community. Before I get to that, there are folks, my wife says I'm one of them, but I disagree, who will start cleaning things out and they want to donate to Goodwill, whatever. And I say, wait a minute, though, let me have that back. That's a keepsake, or let me stay. Now, what about folks that want to hoard that stuff?
I think we can all relate to that. And that's why it can be helpful to have someone else with you. To not just to help with the work, but also to have a little more of an objective view, a little less of an attachment to your things than you might.
Right.
Because the fact is, if something has been in a closet or stored away so long that you forgot that you had it, do you really need it that much? Maybe you don't actually need it or value it as much.
Yeah,
as
I don't
you
save
should.
anything. My wife Pam's out there behind the camera. She just made a face at me. What is there any benefit to doing this? And we'll get to the community aspect in a second. But just for a homeowner, does it help a homeowner to do this?
Absolutely. I think we've all experienced that kind of peace of mind that comes from just having a less cluttered space. You can find the things that you do own. If you've ever had the experience of figuring out that you've owned 6 spatulas because you can't find them, so you just keep buying new ones.
Right.
And so clearing some of that out, you can find the things that you really do value. You know, you can make room for new things if you get rid of some of the things that you really do no longer use.
Now, why is all this we've been talking about? And let's talk about donating to Goodwill. Why is all this important to the community?
Well, Goodwill sells the things that the community donates in our stores, and that's what funds our mission programs. Last year, we served nearly 35,000 people in Northwest North Carolina with employment services and training, and that includes veterans, youth that are aging out of the foster system, people with disabilities, and people who just need help finding a job and making a career change. And all of that comes from the people who donate. 87 cents of every dollar that we earn from the sale of those donated items goes to support that mission. So people who donate to Goodwill, you're not just helping your family, you're not just helping someone else in the community find something special in a store. You're really making a difference for people who need that help also.
Yeah, that's so important. Now, what kind of items should we donate, and what kind of items might we not want to donate?
Well, clothing is always a big need. That's the number one thing that we sell in our stores, men's clothing, children's, women's clothing. People may not realize that you can also donate formal clothing to Goodwill, and even things like shoes. We can also accept household items like lamps and decor, furniture, and even electronic items, including computer parts.
But these things have to be in good working order,
Yes.
or that you can't bring stuff in and say, well, it needs repair. Don't bring things that need repair.
Yeah, something
What
that your
about
family would use
what
then,
about
yeah.
a large? Like if I have a sofa or something like that. I said, gosh, Sarah, there's no way I can get that down there. Will you guys arrange to pick those things up?
We are not offering home pickups currently. It's something that we had to stop doing during the pandemic. We hope to be
right.
able to bring that back soon at some point because it is a big need. We do work with a service that you can find more information on our website about how to access that, and they are
Oh, good.
fantastic at scheduling those pickups for
Because you still will take selfies.
We absolutely will.
Okay, I
absolutely.
want to make sure I have that right now.
Yes.
For more information, up on screen, Goodwill NWNC stands for Northwest North Carolina, Goodwill NWNC.org. And also, I'd like to put this up, jobs@goodwill.org, in case you're looking for career change, want more information on that. Sarah, I hope you'll come back sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for everything. Sarah was a Jeopardy champion, by the way. We could do a whole show about
should,
this.
anytime,
Jeopardy,
yeah.
That's right. And the answer is, let's go to this break. We'll be right back.
North Carolina's economy is growing, bringing new businesses and opportunities. The need for electricity is growing too. At Duke Energy, we're meeting the challenge, providing even more electricity that's cleaner, reliable, and that stays affordable. We're getting out of coal and reinvesting in our communities with a diverse, balanced mix of energy sources and making targeted upgrades to the grid so that North Carolina can thrive in a smarter energy future.
Back now on Triad Today, time to make music, sort of, at least with one of the guys. Three special guests with me, and courtesy of Daggett Schuler, you know, David and Griff sitting behind me, but our special guest, who hasn't been here a few years, Willie Mason. He's the founder and director of Willie Mason and Friends. Good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
Hey, Joe.
Willie, let's remind people, you started the choir 15 years ago.
Absolutely.
Why'd you do that?
So June 5th is the day, 2009, just right after my mother had passed. I kept having a dream about this group, and I finally sent an email out with what the dream was about, and then 11 people showed up for that first rehearsal on June 5th.
And the dream has been realized.
It is a reality. Here we are 15 years later.
David, why has your firm been so supportive of Willie and the group over the years?
Well, first of all, Willie and I are brothers, as you can tell, and have been good friends for a long time. But music is kind of the universal language. And not only does it speak to people of all types, it also bridges communities. It bridged the two of us into a community, into a friendship.
Right.
And it's powerful.
And Griff, from a business standpoint, what do you say to other businesses about supporting something like this?
Well, you know, David and I have involved in a lot of different things in the community,
right.
And you know, you can get involved as a business in, you know, sports and young people and other things. But the gift of music and a music ministry is something, and the arts in general is something I think that is very important in a community for the business to get behind that and be able to really inspire everyone through the gift of music.
Right.
And the arts are something that we all should be getting behind as businesses.
All right, well, let's talk about the upcoming concert. When is it? What's it about?
It's going to be Sunday, June 2nd at 5 o'clock p.m. at Galilee Missionary Baptist Church, which is 4129 Northampton Drive here in Winston-Salem. The concert is going to feature the choir in a full two-part concert. Got some special guests, including the mayor will be with us.
Right.
Special guests, Flag Ministry, Wingspan would be our special guest.
Mayor Jones isn't going to sing, is he?
I'm trying to get him there. Not quite there yet. Yes, absolutely.
You know, David, we didn't rehearse this or anything, but David, you know, he's talking about holding it at a church. But this is really sort of a non-denominational thing for everybody, right?
Oh yeah, they invite everybody, and everybody's welcome. And if you can't get bonded by this experience, it'd be hard, because they're really, really good.
Yeah.
Willie won't let me sing. Every now and then, don't roll your eyes. Every now and then he lets me introduce him, and I love saying, raising the sounds of joy.
That's right. Willie, let me circle back a minute to what Griff and I were talking about. Why is it important for individuals and businesses to support your mission?
Well, like David said, music is the universal language. And one of the things we have, Willie Mason and Friends, over the years, our community effort at nursing homes. Every year we take a fall tour in October, and one of the highlights of the tour is what we call our community impact. Where last year we were in Chicago, we went to Pacific Garden Missions. We had a chance to feed that homeless population and then provide a chapel concert. And so we always want to give back to the community, and that's a good way for businesses to help us to make a difference in the communities in which we live and work.
What kind of feedback do you get from folks?
Oh, excellent, positive feedback. Here's the thing, we get in trouble because every year, like Pacific Garden Missions or New Orleans Mission, wherever we go, they're like, can you come back next year? No, we're not coming back to New Orleans. We're going somewhere else differently. So when we do return to those cities and states, they really welcome us there. And the people, that population there, are most appreciative because we take the gospel outside of the building, just like you said, and bring it to the community.
He has a couple of taglines: making a difference in the music ministry and stronger together. And both those things they really do.
And their quality is superb. I mean, y'all, it's wonderful. And the singers involved, he has a wonderful voice.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's too bad we don't have enough time for you to sing for us. But
Good.
Up on screen, I just want to remind everybody, William Mason and Friends 15th anniversary concert, Sunday, June 2nd, 5 p.m., Galilee Missionary Baptist Church. Again, as I said, non-denominational. Everybody's going to love it. You can go to WilliamMasonandFriends.com website. And if you'd ever need the services of Griff and David, you can go to daggettschulerlaw.com or call them at 724-1234. And David, you're going to stay over for the roundtable.
Sure,
right?
sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
thanks,
Billy.
All right.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you. Excellent. Excellent.
Hi, I'm Jim Longworth, reminding you to catch my column Longworth at Large and Yes Weekly every week. It's available throughout the Triad, or you can go online, yesweekly.com. Back now on Triad Today, and just about time for the roundtable with a quick shout out to the good folks here at Senior Botanical Garden. Check out the garden. You can check out their website. You can hold your events here. You can enjoy everything here at the garden. And I hope you'll enjoy these three guys. On my right, but always political left, Ogie Overman. And held over from an earlier segment, David Daggett. He and his partner Griff were on here earlier. And Keith Granberry, founder of Helping Hands Consultants. All right, guys. In what can only be described as the dumbest law I've ever seen proposed, Republicans in the state legislature want to ban the wearing of masks in public with no medical exceptions. Apparently, they think anyone wearing a mask in public could be a criminal. Under the proposed law, even at-risk populations and elderly would be punished if they wear a mask. Guys, you okay with fining people who wear masks, Ogie?
I think you answered the question with your preface. Truly one of the dumbest laws. You know, crime went down during the pandemic. Everybody wearing masks.
Yeah.
Wasn't any crime.
Well, I think this was
bunch of morons.
Prompted by the mask protesters, maybe. I don't know. What do you think, Dave?
Well, what it is it's dredging up an old law that we had in trying to put it back in place for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And no, it's dumb. And
Back in the after Civil War, the KKK guys were active, and they came up with a law so that nobody could wear a mask.
so you couldn't be disguised.
Yeah, right.
That is not the issue now.
What do you think?
It's ridiculous.
You get fined if you wear a mask?
I think you should get fined if you wear a KKK mask. Other than that, I think it's a dumb law.
Yeah, it is. All right. Last week there were several more gun incidents in Forsyth County high schools. Until now, metal detectors had been sort of used sparingly, but not every day. Sheriff Bobby Kimbrough wants them used every day in every school. The superintendent's doing the best she can, but should the state legislature pony up more money so that we've got them even in the elementary schools and have them there every day in every school? Ogie?
I was thinking, Jim, if we've come to that as a society, we've lost the battle. We've just lost everything that's good about America. If you have to have kids going through metal detectors
I understand
to get into
Ogie's
school.
point, David. What do you think?
Yeah, Jim, this one really bothers me. I think maybe we need it for security reasons. We have them at schools and we're not using them. Let's use the ones we have. The flip side is students are a reflection on us. Let's correct us first before we trying to correct a problem that we created.
I think it's a two-pronged approach. If you got metal detectors, if you don't have any officers there to do anything for it, what do you have metal detectors? Well, teachers are not equipped to do that, so you're going to need more support.
So as the sheriff, our friend Sheriff Bobby Kimbrough says, it's a budgeting thing. We really need more money. A Davidson County high school student is suing the school board for suspending him for using the term illegal alien. The term was posed in a question he asked during a vocabulary lesson. School says he was asking it just to stir things up and was racially motivated. The boy says no. Guys, you okay with suspending a student for using the term illegal aliens? Or is this a case of political correctness trampling on free speech? Okay.
Well, I don't like the term, but really, unless the guy was just a total jerk, I don't think he should be suspended for that.
I think the exact thing was he referred to them as, he asked a question about illegal aliens, the ones that need green cards. So he was obviously pointing to folks coming from the southern border. David, what do you think?
Yeah, my take on this is we're not getting the whole story. There's got to be something else. Otherwise, this is too ridiculous to really even consider. Now, remember, the school, by law, cannot make statements about what the boy did or said in the classroom. So we're only hearing the one side of the story right now.
Right.
Either there's more to the story or it's a ridiculous situation.
What do you think, Keith?
If you're going to suspend him, you got to suspend everybody when they say different racially motivated words. It's impossible to do.
Who wins the lawsuit?
The parents win.
There's more to the story. I
don't think you can suspend somebody.
With those facts, the parents win.
All right, Boy Scouts of America is changing its name next year to Scouting America, just Scouting America. They're dropping the word boy altogether. The organization apparently feels that the new name will get people to sort of forget longstanding child sex abuse charges and scandals, also maybe get girls involved in their depleted ranks. Will this strategy work, dropping the name boy? Ogie?
I hope it does, Jim. I was a Boy Scout. I would have made Eagle if our troop hadn't broke up. I mean, I believed in it and still do. I think that's kind of catchy. I think it might work.
Right,
Scouting America has a good ring to it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think the Boy Scouts ran into the same problem that a lot of civic organizations have run into, particularly during the pandemic, is membership plummeted. And what they're trying to do is, instead of being exclusive, be more inclusive, open the doors, get more people in. I hope it works.
They got a lot of baggage too, maybe hoping people forget that. What do you think?
I think I'm tired of groups changing their name to hide bad behavior. Ku Klux Klans changed their name. Scout, you got to change the behavior. You have to change the staff. You have to change things internally before you can get real results. And I think them changing scouting does not mean that they're going to get rid of the people who made the problem in the first place. That's what they have to do.
All right, finally, Bankrate.com recently published a report about the pros and cons of giving gift cards as a present versus giving people cash. Guys, would you rather receive cash or a gift card as a present? And have you ever given either? And if so, in what amount? Ogie?
I never give cash or gift card. I hate it. I just think it destroys, I know the meaning of Christmas is not giving gifts, but in a way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, getting out there shopping, mixing it up with the blue hair.
You ever get cash? You ever get cash or gift card?
Cash. Statistics are a large percentage of gift cards never get used, so it's a high profit center for the issuer.
You want me to give you cash or a gift card?
I want you to give me cash, and I need to make sure it's real. Because you give me a fake $2 bill and think that I'm going to go spend it. That's what I want. Real money, Jim.
That's right. All right. Well, that's all the time we have. Well, except for this, scientists recently revealed what the face of the Neanderthal caveman looks like. As you recall, now a lot of characteristics of the Neanderthals, they were very. He knows what's coming. The Neanderthal men, they had very tiny brains, and they tended to be election deniers. That's something you probably didn't know. All right, for all of us here at Triad Today, I'm Jim Longworth. We'll see you next week.